All right, so we're back with another video for you guys, another reaction video. And today we're going to be reacting to Organik's new podcast, Organically Speaking. I don't know why he's uploading this content on his main channel. I thought he had another channel, the podcast channel, the Top of the Mook podcast. But like I said before, once Tall Guy fell off that podcast, that whole channel basically sank. I think he should just call it Organically Sinking at this point. But today we're going to check out Mac Mula. He's another YouTuber. Organik had him on his podcast, so we're going to check that out. We're also going to talk about his Rolls-Royce. So this is going to be the third car. All right, we already talked about the Ferrari 488 before. We talked about the Lamborghini Urus. The Urus got repossessed. You guys know already about the lawsuit. This guy Organik is such a liar. It's crazy. And today we're going to go over the Rolls-Royce, the one that he said he paid $300,000 for it, man. He said he paid $300,000. I found this car for sale for half the price. And he literally told us he sold it and made a profit. It's like, wow. Like, if you guys don't get it by now, then there's got to be something wrong with his followers, his subscribers. We already shared like several examples. The Urus, he said he made a profit, he sold it. Turned out that was a lie. The Ferrari 488, he said he owned it. He never owned it. That was a lease. Same thing with this Rolls-Royce. This is the one that he wrapped in this like demonic wrap or whatever. I don't know if you guys remember the wrap. It just had this like, he said it's gargoyle, but it just has like a demonic vibe to it or whatever. So yeah, so we're going to talk about that. But let's jump into this. I don't know why, again, I don't know why is he doing the podcast on the main channel. It just doesn't make sense to me. Why is he doing the podcast, Organically Speaking, episode 8? I thought this stuff would go on the podcast channel. And by the way, because when I show you guys the rate for sale, they took off that goofy wrap that he had on there, that demonic wrap or whatever it is, but they kept the Forgiato wheels. So if you guys remember with the Forgiato wheels, not the gold wheels that it came with it, it was the wheels that he put on, the rose gold wheels. I'm actually trying to see if there's a video with the rose gold. It's probably, yeah, this one right here. The 24-inch. I don't know if there's like another one. Yeah, you can see it here as well. My Rolls-Royce Wraith. So he put those rose gold wheels on it.
Slim started this voyage about 7-8 years ago. We made it our purpose to make sure we can motivate the inner city youth that you could be anything in life. We don't got to be athletes. We don't got to be rappers. We don't got to sell drugs. We could be cool, be ourselves, pick up a phone, and find a way to get out the hood. On top of that, build a brand. On top of that, live the lives of the people we saw doing the bad things and also the people we saw that did astronomical things.
So Organik is back to capping again. He says that him and Tall Guy started this. First of all, Tall Guy copied Street Speed 717. He literally even said it himself. He said when he was in prison, he was watching Street Speed 717. So he literally just copied Street Speed 717's blueprint and just did it with the black guy. That's it. That's all he did. Organik loves to say, oh, we created this space. You didn't create no space. The space was already created. You just did it with a different personality. That's all you did. It's like he's so goofy with it. It's just like you franchised an existing business and just had a different owner, a different manager for that new franchise business. But the franchise was already out there. It's like he's so full of shit. So this is the Rolls-Royce. This is the Wraith. All right. We're going to expose all his cars, all these lies that he gets on here and says, oh, I buy these cars and I make a profit. He said it with the Lamborghini Urus. He said, I sold it. Go watch the videos for all the slow idiots that subscribe to him and think he's teaching you guys. He's preaching some positivity, motivation, and success stories. All his talk is full of shit. Organik is all full of shit. All right. He's the biggest capper on YouTube. So this Wraith, this 2014 Wraith that he bought for $300,000 is now available for $170,000. So when he sold it and he made a profit, how did he make a profit if it's for sale for half the price? That doesn't make any sense now, does it? It's like, you guys got to wake up, man. This dude is so full of it. The Urus, the Ferrari 488, the Wraith, he didn't make any money. They were all leases. And it was actually really bad deals because he never made a profit. In fact, he owes money on all the cars. That's why he got rid of them. He didn't get rid of them because he was like, oh, I'm a target. I live in Malibu and people are going to find me. It's like, bro, stop all that capping. Manny Koshman lives in California. DDE, all these big channels, there's many more in California. They don't have any problems driving supercars there. That's his excuse. He's just so full of lies, man. And it's a lease. It was never he never owned the car. He never bought the car. I don't know why he loves to cap and lie so much. This is the third car, man. It's crazy.
Everybody can't be a super athlete. Everybody can't rap. Everybody can't sell drugs. Shoot, that ain't the way. So what I knew is if I put these seeds in the air, they would grow greatness. So with that being said, man, we got Mako here, right?
Yes, sir.
Guap boy Mako.
Yes, sir.
Damn
yes,
legend
sir.
from Chicago. You got to know what that city is about. So for this young man to grow his seeds there, man, to see this world and live in this world how he is, I'm talking APs.
Ooh.
I'm talking big vans.
Ooh.
I'm talking big AMGs. I'm talking Hellcats. You understand me? So to live that life in its purest form, I'm happy to be here with you, bro.
For sure.
Guap boy Mako in the building.
Yes, sir. Three, appreciate the intro, man.
Yeah.
Like I was telling him off camera, it's like a full circle moment. Like you said, I seen these two, Organik and Slim. I seen them from the beginning. I remember, I think maybe the first video I seen was when you was driving that Jeep.
Oh, the manual one.
Jeep,
yeah, that one still going viral.
Yes,
you know what I mean? I drive it, you know what I mean? And it was a long day. Like, when I try to explain to everybody about the manual Jeep, because
He's always trying to explain things, but he won't never explain that. I get it. Like, maybe it was just him and Tall Guy that started. And even that is not true. Like, if you want to say, oh, they're the first black guys to do car reviews, that was not true because there was many others. There's many other black guys that do car reviews way before Tall Guy, way before Organik. They're probably the goofiest ones that did it and was kind of entertaining. It was mostly Tall Guy. Organik wasn't really that entertaining until like more recently. But Tall Guy even said that, like I said, he copied Street Speed 717's blueprint. So how can you say I invented this or I created this space? You didn't create nothing. It's just like you franchised the business and you were the first black owner of this franchise or whatever. That's it. That's all he had to say. Oh, I'm just the black version of Street Speed 717. That's all he had to say. Oh, I'm doing car reviews. Bro, they've been doing car reviews way before you. What are you talking about? And I'm not talking about like just white boys. I'm not talking like Vehicle Virgin. I'm not talking about like Stradman. I'm not talking about just there's Eddie. I'm talking about there's black guys that did car reviews before him. Like that Forrest guy, I forget his channel name. That's kind of how Tall Guy now is trying to go back into trying to copy what he does.
he be mad and all that.
Yeah.
I just got denied for my Hellcat. So like, as we're at the dealership, I'm trying to get a Hellcat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had to get a bitch to put the credit in. My shit went that bitch.
Yeah.
Can you do it for me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm mad trying to figure this out. Slim want to get a video.
He died laughing.
So he like, just do the manual. I'm like, brother, I'm mad at motherfucker, man. I can't get the, I'm trying to get the cat turned up and get the, I mean, run these numbers up. They denied me, man. You want to get the Jeep hot. You understand? We was there, did like 4 reviews that day.
Yeah.
So you see me grab that Jimmy D. We bringing our little snacks and all that. We really be there all day working.
Yeah.
So like, bro, when that joint wasn't working, I was hot, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was boiling hot for real, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He laughing all loud. He got that crazy Slim laugh.
Loud. He made everybody laugh too.
That's him, and he dead serious. So
Yeah.
like, that's a legendary, man. I'm glad we did it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's viral, and on top of that, man, it was an experience. And people don't know we did another video next day, and I learned how to drive the manual.
Okay.
They know they like the bullshit.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for
that's a legendary video, champ.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what got us locked in, and then really what got us like super locked in was like when Slim moved to LA first.
Oh man.
And then you follow right behind him.
Yeah.
And that's our relationship.
For
like,
sure.
Me and my homie G-Dot, like.
G-Dot.
Yep.
Shout out to G-Dot, man.
Yeah, me and my homie G-Dot, like, I'm the one that's just gonna jump out there.
Yeah.
And he gonna be like, oh, it's cool?
Yeah.
All right, I'm coming. I'm right
that's
behind
me.
you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, G-Dot, you me, brother. Like I said, Slim in that motherfucking cave.
Yeah.
It's like it's clear, but then I go up in that bitch, I'm remodeling
For
everything.
sure.
I'm taking the dikes down.
Yeah.
I'm putting marble on that. I'm gonna make it immaculate.
it up, yeah.
Just go first, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maybe.
See, he's lying again. He's like, oh, well, Tall Guy's the one that goes first, and I kind of follow suit. So why does he come on here and say that he's the master of manifestation and he takes leaps of faith? So you don't take leaps of faith. You're just waiting for somebody ahead of you to take that leap of faith, and then you follow. Isn't this the guy that says, master manifestations, taking leaps of faith? So he doesn't do that. He doesn't take leaps of faith. He just wants to see somebody else do it first. And if they sink or something happens, then he doesn't take the leap of faith. He literally just told you that. He's not that personality. Tall Guy is. Tall Guy is the one that takes the leap of faith, and then Organik follows him. So he's just a follower. This is why if you watch some of the older videos on Tall Guy's channel, like literally every title had at Mr. Organik, because he was constantly promoting Organik's channel. Without Tall Guy, there wouldn't be Mr. Organik. This is why Organik is desperate now. He's just leeching off anybody. Anybody he can get his hands on, he leeches off.
It works.
Yeah, I gotta make sure, because I built my risk taking my leap of faith from Slim. That was his attributes. My shit was more technical, money making and numbers and things like that. Strategic, hold on, let me see it out first. I don't know. He just gonna go.
So his is all strategic, it's all numbers. Well, if it was all strategic and numbers, how come all these cars that you told us, oh, I made a profit, I sold them and made money? Cap, it's all lies. You're not strategic, you're not analytical, you're not all about numbers. The Urus, you owe money on it. They repossessed it. The Ferrari, you never owned it. The price you got it for is way higher than the price you got rid of it for. It was also a lease, so there's no opportunity for you even to buy it out and sell it. The Wraith, you got it for $300,000. You even bragged and boasted about it on YouTube Live and said, oh, can you get it for less than $300 with all these specs or whatever, with the stars in the ceiling? And it's like, dude, that thing is selling for like half the price. They're trying to sell it for like $160 with rose gold wheels. So you did all that goofy shit to it, and it still didn't even sell for nothing near $200,000. It's like he's such a liar. And now he's talking about all the slingshot. This dude Organik is so full of shit. I don't know how people are even entered and membershiped into his academy or whatever. Like, what is he teaching you guys? He's just talking out of his ass?
Once I added that to me, I was indestructible. Once he added what I had to him, he was indestructible. So yeah, man, when he went to LA, it changed the world, because I'm in Minneapolis, we came up, which is a blessing. I'm in the penthouse, blah, 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 Corvette, blessing. But he wanted to go bigger and better, I understood. Yeah. I was kind of comfortable. Yeah. He went to LA like, come on, 3, come out with me. I'm like, shit, I'm cool, type cool, you know what I mean? For sure. But he did it to another level, bro. So not only did it inspire, you guys inspired me the same. Yeah, shout out to Slim. For sure, yeah, that shit took us really to where I'm at right now. Yeah. And like past where I was at. Yeah. And I always...
So this is what I never understood, though. He said when he was in Minnesota, he was in a penthouse and he had a Corvette, right? But remember, he said, he's talked about this several times on other podcasts, No Jumper, Fresh and Fit. He said that he robbed the cartels. So if you robbed the cartels, I would think he would have made a quick couple $1 million, because the cartels were always making millions of dollars. And before, millions of dollars, like 10 years ago, if you had like $5 million, that's like the equivalent of having like $20 million nowadays. So if you robbed the cartels, why would you live in a penthouse apartment where anybody can see you and recognize you? And why were you driving a Corvette? I thought you would have big boy money. I thought you had big boy money. I thought you would have big boy toys. And don't say, oh, well, Organik is not trying to show off. He is the show off type. As soon as he went to California and made some money off sponsors that were taking advantage of his own subscribers, what did he do? He loved to show off. He got all the cars that I just showed you guys that he claimed he made a profit on or whatever, but we all know that shit is all cap. So he is the show off type. But if you rob the cartels, then wouldn't you want to buy all the flashy toys? So the stories are all fake. So like that's what I'm saying. Like when did he rob the cartels? Because before California, he was in Minnesota. When did he rob the cartels and enjoy some of that money, the fruits of that labor? That's what he says, right? SRTF, seed, root, tree, fruit. So the tree was obviously you hanging around the cartels, robbing them. So when did you get to enjoy the fruits? Because a Corvette and a penthouse apartment in Minnesota is not really like extravagant.
Knew this moment was gonna happen.
I mean, of course.
I ain't know how, but I always knew it was gonna be just like this.
And,
So,
and
I appreciate
it's organic, bro. Man, I appreciate you, man, because like I always say, man, all I need is homage. I don't need no money. I don't need nothing from nobody, bro. I know what I am. I know my energy, and I move in a certain way for a reason. And I thank God every day for my purpose. Some people take it the wrong way, but I ain't for them. I'm for the people that take it the right way.
For sure.
And my purpose is...
So you thank God and you do it the right way by scamming people. So you promoted coins, crypto coins that you knew were all fake. They had no purpose. They had no utilization. They were going to only be on the market for a few months. And once your subscribers bought into them and you rug pulled it, the market was, the coin was essentially going to go bankrupt. It was going to vanish, which is pretty much exactly what happened. All the coins that he promoted. See, I don't get it when these guys come on here and talk about God and talking about I'm doing it the right way. I'm doing it for my people. What people? He's taking advantage of his own people. What is he talking about? All the coins that he promoted were all bogus. That's how he made a lot of money. All the sponsorships were all bogus. Everything, the raffle was bogus. What is he talking about? God and I do it for my people. What is he talking about?
Motivate, inspire my people, and find them a different way up out the streets.
For sure.
And for that to be an example, speaking of streets, you're from Chicago.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to your upbringing. Where you from? The side you from? How you grew up? Let's talk about that.
So, I was born in Chicago, born and raised in Chicago. But when I was, I think, 2 years old, I moved to LA actually.
Okay.
For like 4 years. Long Beach to be specific. So I stayed out there for a little minute. It was just me and my mom. I can't tell you why to this day. I don't want to know. I don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
For some reason, my dad was still in Chicago, but I was with my mom in California.
Okay.
So shit got a little rough. We packed everything we could in a Toyota, maybe like 97 Toyota Camry.
Okay. They're reliable though. They go 300,000 miles.
For sure.
So that's a good ride.
They already had about 100,000 miles.
Okay.
We drove that motherfucker from Los Angeles, California to Chicago, Illinois. Took a few days. We stopped or whatever.
Yep.
And from there, I was just a Chicago baby. I live in the same apartment building my whole life, so I'm from Hyde Park.
Okay.
So Hyde Park is like, for everybody that don't know, it's like a neutral zone. Like, so it's like you in the middle, but it's all type of shit going on around. Oak Block 10 minutes away.
Right.
Young Money 10 minutes away.
Right.
So it's just a melting pot for all of them. Like, so that's kind of where I was at. I wasn't on a block where it was just going down. I didn't have to goddamn come outside like a ninja when I came outside. But the places I was going is where a lot of the shit went downhill. But starting off, I was a regular kid. I always wanted to do YouTube. I think I started my first channel.
So this is what I want to know, because you guys watch a lot of channels and they have these people that come on there and they honestly, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a lot of these like so-called successful YouTubers, they all got the same story, man. It's like they must buy the same story. They all lived out of a car. They all had a beat up car. They're all in the projects. Like, what is there to prove that what they're saying is true? Because anybody can make a channel. That's the great thing about YouTube. Anybody can come on here, create a YouTube channel, and tell you some story that sounds so relatable, right? Anybody can relate to being poor and being broke, because a lot of people right now are poor and broke. But what is it? How do you guys know that what he's saying is true? Because anybody can sit down here and talk. I'm not saying what he's saying is not true, but once in a while, like, you come across all these personalities and they all say the same thing. Oh, I started off in a car. It was like a really low Toyota with 100,000 miles. I slept in my car. I was broke. It's like they all have the same exact bullshit-ass story. Organik had the same bullshit story, but somehow he robbed a cartel. Somehow he was playing basketball. It's like, if you actually listen to it, you can see all the flaws in the story. Because like I said earlier, if you robbed the cartels and you made a couple $1 million, you wouldn't be living in an apartment, first of all, where people can recognize you. You wouldn't be driving a Corvette with flashy colors in an apartment building. So it's just weird. Like, it's like you got to like, I honestly take a lot of this stuff with a grain of salt when they start saying, oh, I'm from O Block, I'm from Chicago. It's like anybody can say it. Unless you got pictures, you got some proof or something like that nowadays, all this stuff is sounding like cap.
I seen that one. He had the little young face. It was 13, 11 years ago, wherever it was. That's hard.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out.
So you always knew that you wanted to do some type of entertainment.
Yep, always. It was rapping. It went from rapping to videos to acting to movies to fashion design. So it's crazy like how I'm doing kind of all that shit now.
I tell people that all the time because I was the same way. Of course, I played sport because I was tall athletic, and that was a blessing. But I always did so many different things. From the clothing, to boxing, to you know what I mean, rapping, to and everything I did from a kid on now. I use it now. You know what I'm saying, to monetize my lifestyle. So it's such a crazy thing that the journey and the things you pick up along the way. People think you wasting your time when you learn certain things, but you
feel like
actually
you're wasting your time.
Even when I first got my Corvette painted. I used to draw as a kid, so I did one of the doors myself too, and I used that too. I used it in a long time, but something told me, let me add to this piece too, and I drew on the thing like, damn, I remember drawing these as a kid. So almost everything you use, eventually, if you do it right, it can help you monetize. So boom, you grew up in Chicago, and how old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay, so you in that same age when things got a little crazy in Chicago.
For sure. I was in 7th grade, 2011, 2012. I was in 7th grade, so I was like, I came up in the
when it popped. Because my man's done the research in Chicago, but he's older, so he know the Renaissance of Chicago was all the hustlers, the pimps, the fly, the minks, and
getting money.
Them niggas get big money back then. Our time, the Chicago niggas was getting money, real niggas. That's what I knew about Chicago. Then around your age, it changed a little different. What do you think that changed that whole demographic of Chicago?
It's fucked up to say, bro. It probably was Chief Keef.
Damn.
It was Chief Keef.
Shout out to Chief too. You know,
shout out to Sosa for sure.
He fuck with us.
But Sosa, I don't even think he meant to do it. It's not even like a bash. But he was just rapping what he seen every day. And it was already crazy. Like, it was already like just coming up. You don't notice a lot of shit when you were a kid. But just coming up, I was already seeing like little shit happen. I'm starting to see niggas get shot and all type of shit like that. So, but it was really his music. It was really him popping off, getting signed. Now all the BD's on, they feeling themselves. So they like, fuck them other niggas. Fuck, and they right down the street. The way Chicago, we beef 2 blocks over.
Wow.
So it's not gonna be no East Side nigga versus no. It's not gonna be no East Side nigga versus no West Side nigga. It's gonna be I'm against the niggas that's right down the block.
My cousins. And then basically, if I was just saying my little fake cousin, that was like my cousin back in the day. He right around the corner from me. And that's what I'm beefing with. And I can see that because
Man, this whole beef stuff sounds stupid as hell. Like, it just sounds stupid, and I get it. That's just kind of the lifestyle over there. But it's just like, and it's not even, you know, like he said here, and he tried to blame it on Chief Keef, right, Sosa, for amplifying it with the music or whatever. But you guys are doing the same thing. You guys keep talking about it, keep trying to mention how it works. So you are still glorifying it. So you can't just sit here and blame it on Chief Keef when you guys are always, like, Organik constantly talks about this stuff. All these guys, like I said, that come on here and talk about how successful they are now, they try to discuss their past, and they always try to break up either Chicago, Detroit, or like, you know, just Compton, right? They always pick on the notorious couple, you know, areas that everybody knows about because you've probably seen it in movies or you probably heard some rappers talk about it. So they also want to glorify it like that's their past. And it's like, how do you know that's actually their past though? Because anybody can just come on here and just play the part and give you guys a little quick, nice, beautiful story about their past, about how rough they grew up. It's like, how do you know that this stuff is true? I'm not saying, because I don't know who the hell Mac Mula is. I don't really watch his channel. I've probably seen a couple videos. He does like reactions now. But it's just like, how do you know that all these guys really got this past? I mean, he's 25, so I don't think Chicago was that bad like 5 years ago.
I understood it because, you know, Minnesota not too far. So that whole influence came to Minnesota too. Minnesota was crazy as hell one more time during that same time. So it's like, I understand how it went because it's already going on, right? It's beefing. But then you put music and soundtrack behind it. Now you got names, everybody in the business. You got social media. Now niggas feeling some type of way, ego, pride. These niggas got a little money now. They getting the bitches.
We got to go kill them.
We got to go kill them now.
We got to go
nigga looking too good. I got to smoke. You know what I mean? And talk about it. So like, damn. So the music took it to a whole nother level. And I understand that. And people put a blanket around it and say like, they're serial killers. All that. How do you feel about when people say that about Chicago?
I feel like I always tell people, like, especially when you're not from the environment, like, how would you feel if somebody trying to kill you every day? What you gonna do? My main thing I be saying though is like, niggas come home from the army and get applause for the shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing nothing different. They killing people trying to kill them.
Facts.
So a lot of this shit, and we can get deep into the whole, we got black people oppressed and all that shit.
Course.
But a lot of this shit was just, how many of my homies is gonna die before I do something to the niggas who's shooting at me too? You feel me?
And I got that same understanding.
That's crazy that he's trying to compare this to the military. This is like not like the military at all. All right, most of you guys that fight, like all this stuff he's talking about that happens in Chicago, this stuff is petty. It happens for petty reasons. Like they have no purpose, just because somebody got nice sneakers or decides to walk in their block and they get shot up. That's some petty reason to beef or whatever. But to compare it to the military, that's like a whole different other ball game. All right, if you got like another country invading your country, and like if you just look at the wars that are going on now, Ukraine and Palestine, that's like you can't compare that to what happens in Chicago because somebody looks a certain way, dresses a certain way, or likes to hang out with certain people, and then that's a reason to go over there and turn their TV off. That's to compare that to the military. That shit is a goofy ass example.
That's exactly how I see it. I see it like the army. These people are killing the little white dudes you see walking down the street with that motherfucking camo on. They done splattered by 100 women, children, dogs, and lambs and shit. These niggas wild. They done karate chopped the motherfucker, put a knife in the post. Or they contributed to it. They definitely delivered the Or they set the drone up and bomb 1,000 people. Don't ever get it. So like, and they don't even know what they're doing it for. They don't even know these people. My cousin got killed by Jermaine around the corner. He was shooting at me. And Jermaine is trying to kill. He tried to kill me. Killed my cousin. I gotta get him before he get me. What the hell is y'all talking about? Ain't no serial killer. Exactly. This is defending my life and also defending my family lives. It's I gotta come home here every day. I gotta come home here. I got nowhere to go. We're poor. You niggas around the corner. It's not like, don't show my house on social media. Niggas know where you live. You're right there. We can sit out here every day and wait for you. I gotta defend myself. Turn down the corner. Or we been friends when we was middle school. I know you. I know your mama. I know you live there. So it's different, bro. Like, if you ain't from that environment, you're not gonna understand that. I perfectly understood it. People go to war and they don't even know what they're going to war for. These people and these young men are defending themselves, defending their home, defending their pride. I'm not saying it's cool. I ain't saying it's right. But they have no other choice for the most part, especially when it's already coming. I already lost 2 or 3 friends. They after me next. And what people don't know, like the most gangster people, we're really just scared. I don't want you to do nothing to me. Let me do something first. But then nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to say that. Nobody want to admit. Because then it make you even weaker.
So here's the thing, though. Like, I don't even want to really go into this direction, but Organik wants to justify it. That I get it. I get his whole reasoning, right? Like somebody on the other side decided to hurt my family, so it's payback. It's retaliation for me to go get that person that did my family wrong. He might get me next. But if that was like the psychology and the mentality of how things are, then why is it not happening in every single neighborhood? Why is it only happening in Chicago? Like, why? I mean, Chicago wasn't always, like, since its origination, it wasn't like it was always that bad. There's people there that must have done something to where it's been now. What I'm trying to say is, why is this not happening in every single neighborhood in America? Why not? Why does it not happen in every single neighborhood in America?
So let me just act and keep myself protected. Like if you really told the person, hey bro, you hurt my feelings, but why you say that to me? You actually could diffuse it. But no, let me do something to him because you done made me feel some type of way. And I don't want to look like no bitch. Nah, I'm out. Just pull out the motherfucker bands. You know what I mean? So after that transition, right, it came from the music, then it just blew up. And was you there during them times, like when it was getting real serious? So like I said, 2012, 2011, I was in 7th grade. So I'm in middle school. This is like the time where I'm the most, I can be influenced the easiest. And so around that time, all my homies was in the streets too. And I always was the nigga, I hung out with older guys. So I'm 13, they 16, 17, some of them 18. So they getting real deep into it. And that's kind of like where I fell from it. Like you said, I was a scared nigga. Like I'm not gonna say like I'm tough. Somebody come here right now with an AK, I'm scared. I might act on it to make sure I don't. I'm got to make it home. For sure, you know what I'm saying? Court, hey, to stand your ground. I'm scared for my life, baby. Help me. I'll put a tuxedo on tail. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, for sure. But I'm gonna be scared. For sure. Not because I'm tough or gorilla. I'm scared. So all the shit I did, from the selling what I was selling to the doing what I was doing. I talked about this on my channels, like from the robberies I did to the drugs I sold to whatever I did, the guns I had on my waist. It was all for survival. That's why I really tap into that whole shit, because Chicago was getting to a point where you couldn't come outside without no gun. Like you couldn't go just see the girl on 79th and just go outside and just go to the store and get some candy. You had to know the politics, what hood you go to, where you couldn't go to, who just died. So maybe not go to that block today. You got to type, look up a nigga. Do I look like any of these niggas over there? I might be making an identity type.
That's why I never got dreads.
I wouldn't either.
The whole Chicago had dreads at the time, especially 2012. The whole Chicago had dreads. So that's the main reason why I kept low cut my whole little childhood and shit. But the 2012 was like the height of it. I think that's when Lil JoJo died. That's when Lil Durk was blowing up. That's when I think that's the year Chief Keef dropped that album, signed that big old deal.
Finally rich,
Yep, finally rich. So yeah, that's like when shit just started getting different. And then I want to say 2013, 14 is when my first homie died.
Damn.
So that's where turned a lot of shit up too.
Right.
Like, as scared as I am, it's like niggas on Facebook, and play back to social media, but niggas on Facebook, yeah, we gonna get that little homie you be with too.
Right.
We gonna get that little nigga you be with too. Hey, don't you be with them? It's been a few times niggas jumped off the bus. Don't you be with them niggas?
Yeah.
You feel I didn't got jumped, so it got to a point where like, shit, I'm not finna die.
Right.
Especially I'm 13, 14, 15. This nigga's 18 trying to kill.
Crazy.
For who I kick it with.
Just for your friends.
For my friends.
So what happened when your friend died? Was you there? How that scenario took place?
So basically, keep a long story short, my homies really wasn't on the gang banging shit heavy either.
Right.
So it's not like was with the BDs. Somebody might be BDs, Stone, GD. We was just all like a friend group, really.
Right.
They all went to a high school. Well, like 3, 4 of them went to a high school. They got into it over a girl, of course.
Of course.
They wanted to fight my homies. So my homies whooping their ass. So it's getting around the school, it's getting around Facebook, it's getting around Twitter at the time.
Did you guys hear that? So like I said before, a lot of these like beefs or whatever you guys want to call them, fights, beefs or whatever, it's all over petty stuff. He literally just said that this whole thing started off because of a girl. And they want to sit here and compare this to the military. Oh, you know those white boys that be walking around the neighborhood? You know how many people they did wrong? Bro, you guys fight over girls. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, you know, because what I said earlier, I said, you know, if this was true that all these beefs happen in Chicago, Detroit, Compton, San Diego, then why don't they happen in all the neighborhoods across America? I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, because in the suburbs, everybody's rich. No, even in the suburbs, everywhere, every neighborhood in America, they all have issues. So if everybody acted on the same way like these guys act or they're talking like, everywhere in America, in your neighborhood too, you are jealous. If somebody in your neighborhood gets a $500,000 Lamborghini or a $300,000 Lamborghini and he's the only one there, you're going to be jealous. All right? And some of you guys that are jealous might really want to go hurt that person just because of the car that he drives. So everywhere in America, it might not be as toxic like that mentally, that you want to hurt them, but you're going to be definitely jealous. Some people are jealous. I'm not saying everybody is, what other people have in their possession, but these guys are fighting over girls. So I'm pretty sure this can happen in any neighborhood. That's what I'm saying. Why doesn't it not happen in any other neighborhood? Because guys get jealous, or, oh, he's messing with my girl, I'm going to go beat his ass up. Next thing you know, that dude's coming back with a gun, trying to shoot this person, trying to shoot his friend. This shit could happen in every neighborhood because it's that petty. So you can't tell me that this is the reason why some neighborhoods in America are that dangerous because of this petty shit. There's got to be something else, man. It's got to be the music, too. Because some of these rappers be glorifying this stuff. And then again, Organik is glorifying this. He keeps on talking about this stuff, so he's also adding to it. He's also, him and this dude, Mac Mula. And like I said, a lot of these guys, they claim they have this crazy past. Nobody really knows if that's their past or not, because anybody can come on here with a great story about their past, try to make you guys feel sorry for them and try to help them. It's like, how do you know a lot of these guys actually lived through this stuff, or they actually just know how to tell a good story? Because Organik has told you guys so many good stories. He's told you guys he had a basketball career. He told you he robbed the cartels, but somehow all that stuff just doesn't add up. Because how do you live in an apartment and drive a Corvette if you rob the cartels with several $1 million? Why would you be following Tall Guy around if you had several $1 million? It doesn't make sense.
Like, yeah, these niggas got their ass whooped, videos coming out, whatever. So one day, I'm on the block with my homies. Niggas come spraying.
Right.
So that was like the first time I got shot at. So I'm like, oh, hold on.
It's real.
This shit serious? I thought we was just playing.
Oh, for
I thought
sure.
we was just selling drugs, getting a little $5, $10, $20, $200 a day. I thought we was just playing.
Facts.
Y'all came shooting real guns. Like, oh.
You thought it was playing and you were selling drugs? Like, what? What is it? What is he talking about? He said, I thought we were just playing. We're selling drugs. So you're selling drugs to poison other people and you're talking about this is just a joke? It's like, how do you, like, he tries to act like he's so victim. It's like, bro, you're selling drugs. So your drugs could be like, whatever you're selling is going to hurt somebody else. And you're talking, oh, I thought it was just a game. It's like that. He's contributing to it. And this could all be a fake story, but I'm just saying, I'm just reacting to what I'm hearing. How can you say I'm selling drugs and I thought this is all a joke? It's not a joke. What if the drugs you sold to him killed his sister or killed that dude, whoever's spraying you guys? It's like, what are these guys like? They're so numb to what they're saying that they're trying to portray themselves to be victims at the same time. But this is what I mean. Why is Organik glorifying it?
Shit. And I'm young too. I'm 13, 14. I'm like, whoa. So that just, when I went home that day, I remember couldn't sleep. Just like the real, and I talk about a lot, like the real mental health that go behind just being black in a inner city. Yeah. You feel me? So yeah, I wasn't there, but they came shooting. They just kept coming back. And one day I got the call right before school. I think right before school or right after school, one of them. Yeah. I got the call. I'm like, what? Crazy. And he wasn't like my everyday homie, but he was like a guy I'm smoking with. I'm playing a game with. I'm kicking. I'm calling. Right. We going on dates with girls, and I'm talking to his girl, little sister, shit like that. So that's kind of what changed my whole, like, to this day. That's really what made me who I am today. Like, my girl always talking about, you just paranoid, you crazy. No, I've seen some shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it got worse. The worst that probably happened was I did see I seen two of my homies die. One of them was like a real close, like every day, like we at each other's house, like he coming to pick me up every day, like my real mans. Right. So when I seen him die, the ambulance taking all day, he's sitting there bleeding out, shit like that. So that's what really just fucked me up. Like,
it took you a whole nother plateau.
For sure.
Yeah. So you really felt that. Like, people don't understand, like you just said, just even growing up in the inner city as a black man, you got so much on your plate, you know what I mean? From not having bread and trying to come up and, you get teased and you got to fight and you got to be cool. It's like so much. You just
gotta have clothes.
Gotta have the clothes. Gotta have the shoes.
Yeah, that's why I started selling drugs. Yeah. I got the middle school. I'm like, these little ass niggas got $500.
So that's not inner city then. I mean, I get it, inner city. I get what it is. Like, it's tough and all that. And some people are raised with a lot more challenges than other people. So I know what they're talking about. But when you're talking about, school and not having shoes and clothes, that's like pretty much everywhere in America. Even in the suburbs, because people like to say, white people got it all, right? That's not true. There's a lot. If you look at like Section 8 and like food stamps, the majority of people that are on it, it's not black people. Go look it up yourself. These guys like to preach and make it seem like certain people are the ones constantly struggling, and that could be true in concentrated areas, but nationwide, if you look at Section 8 programs and food stamps and all that, it's not what you think it is. But when he's talking about school and not having shoes and clothes and selling drugs, so you are becoming the problem. You can't sit on here and play victim and be the problem. Selling drugs is not selling like something healthy to other people. You're selling fucking drugs. How can you sit on here, I'm not doing it, I'm just trying to be fly. But you're selling drugs. So you are the problem. So don't be like surprised, why are they coming after me and I'm only 13, 14? Because you're selling drugs. What if you sold drugs to another 16-year-old and that 16-year-old overdosed and died? Then guess what? Now his brother, his family are on your ass. So you can't be like running around here talking about, I'm just selling drugs to get some nice shoes. No, you're adding to the problem. So these guys are just glorifying essentially what I've been saying all this time. Organik likes to say that he's not glorifying it. He is glorifying it.
True religions, and this is the time where Chief keep talking about true religion. Yeah. Now niggas want Gucci belts. We 13. Man.
That's different. See, when we grew up, we just had some Jordan. We $100 there. We was cool. We cool. Yeah. You niggas got $7,000 goddamn belts and goddamn.
Middle school.
Yeah. They talking about Gucci and all this. It changed from that point forward, and people don't understand that Dirk and Chief and all them turned that designer shit up to that level that even the youngsters to this day wear it. That's like it wasn't thought of then. Yeah. Like they was doing it early.
Yeah, because when I was younger, we had the Camerons and goddamn.
But it's not just rappers. YouTubers are doing it. This is why I said, like, some of these other guys, right? Like CJ So Cool, CJ on 32s. When you watch their videos, you think everybody that watches their videos has a very lavish lifestyle? They're gonna see their favorite YouTuber wearing Louis Vuitton from head to toe. Guess what now? They're gonna go out here selling drugs. So you guys are also part of the problem. You can't sit on here and be like, I don't get it. I don't understand why. It's all the innocent. No, you guys are creating the problems. It's simple. I don't understand. Like, you guys are part of the problem.
even the little Bow Wows,
Right.
they wasn't wearing, they had no big
they
ass.
had their own custom jersey or something. You understand me?
One little chain.
Boom. They had too much Louis and all this bullshit. Y'all little niggas in Chicago turn that shit up. People sleep on that too.
Yeah,
they don't understand the influence of that. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very monumental. But that burden of being a black man, people don't understand it's already like that.
Yeah.
And then you got this PTSD of these situations that'll never go away from you.
Yeah.
And you just started as a kid.
Yeah.
So, okay, you make that transition to Chicago. What was your next step to being where you at today? So you went to school, right? What did you go to college or what happened after?
No, so I knew I didn't want to go to college. Like I said, I always wanted to do YouTube and some type of entertainment.
Right.
Like you told me, the drawing. I was doing the drawing. I'm making paper sculptures and shit, just creative. So I knew I didn't want to go to college, but my mom wanted me to. My mom always had that, I think, vision of, doctor, lawyer, brain surgeon, goddamn president, shit like that. Yeah, shit like that. That really wasn't never really my speed. I kind of like being a little bit more free spirit, creative, just kick it, lay back, create some shit. So when I graduated from high school, I barely graduated. Like I did the very least I had to do to graduate. That's what I did. So I probably had like a 2.1 or some shit. GPA.
It's crazy how they're trying to paint this picture and blame it on rappers when YouTubers are now worse than rappers. It's like they're trying to talk about how they got out the neighborhood, but as soon as you got out, you basically became exactly the person that you're blaming or putting the finger on. Like, you guys remember, he said Chief Keef is the reason why Chicago or whatever became this such a hot spot for crime and all this stuff, because he pointed a lot of it out. He pointed out the whole lifestyle. You guys, the new YouTubers, are doing exactly just that. You know, when you see all these YouTubers wearing Louis Vuitton and driving all these nice cars or whatever, you're basically making it more harder for the young ones watching you, because now they have to do exactly or even worse than what you did to come out of that neighborhood. If they see these YouTubers wearing like $20,000 worth of Louis Vuitton or Burberry or whatever, and this stuff, and they like to, it's crazy because they like to point the finger to the suburbs or these other nationalities or whatever. If you look at YouTubers,
I did the same thing. Like, I was so cold that I never went to school in high school. I mean, I just never went. I was just selling drugs and I played ball. I was so good in ball, the teachers get me enough to, you know what I'm saying? But I got to my senior year, and after basketball season over, you got that second semester, and I was feeling bad my senior year. So what I did, I ended up doing some research on if you're in remedial classes, they'll expedite you to get graduation. So what I did, I acted crazy in class one day. I told my mom to go along with it, and she got them to do an evaluation on me. I failed everything. They put me into the class. You know, you sit there in one class all day. Man, there's one day I'll never come out. I was in that bitch for like 2 months. Like, I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I didn't know I graduated until like the graduation rehearsal. Okay. So it worked. So I went to the graduation rehearsal, saw my name. Oh shit, this shit worked. I tricked the whole. I bamboozled all you crackers. You know what I'm saying? You stupid bitches. Gotcha. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I was the same way, bro. I didn't never care about no school. I was the smartest nigga. Yeah, for sure. But you think I'm gonna sit here and listen to these motherfuckers talking about Benjamin Franklin and all this lying ass shit? Nigga sent the kite up there. Got electricity. Man, hell no. Fuck that nigga.
For sure. Yeah. What's that going?
so if he doesn't like school, this is what I don't understand. If he never liked school, doesn't agree with whatever they teach in school, then why would I go to school? If school is not helping you progress and whatever, like it's not helping you get money or whatever, then why go? Then stop going to school. Then I don't get it. Why do you go to school if you know you don't want to be there? If you know the shit they're teaching is all bullshit? It just seems like a huge waste of time for you to go to school when you can just sell drugs and still play victim. Because that's essentially you see how they kind of like just talk all over it. Oh, I was selling drugs. Like, it's like, bro, you are part of the problem. You can't sit on here and point the finger to all these rappers when you are just like them, even worse. Because you sit on here and you overglorify selling drugs. Selling drugs is still poisoning other people's families. So I'm not surprised that some of these families are going to come after you because you sold their kids, their children, that trash. So don't be like, oh, well, I don't know why it's rough out here. It's so rough. You got to do what you do to... No, it's not rough. You're part of the problem. So you can't point the finger to rappers when you are the problem.
Christopher Columbus, the molecules of the electrons and neutrons. Man, suck my motherfucking toe, bitch.
And you're lying about
where the money
shit.
At, man? Why you tell me about credit, man?
Right, exactly.
Why you tell me about real estate?
Yeah.
Huh? Why you tell me about these things?
About taxes.
Yeah, why you tell me about taxes? Something, bitch, I need to know when I'm grown.
For sure.
So all the molecules are all bad. So when he gets sick and he has to go get some medication or see a doctor, who does he see? Who do they go see? if all that stuff they teach in chemistry is not right, how do you think pharmaceutical companies operate? You don't think they rely on chemistry and chemicals and understanding molecules and all that stuff? They just think like getting on YouTube and making a video that's everything. It's like they are the problem. These YouTubers are a lot worse than some of these rappers because they're just sitting on here trying to make it seem like what they're saying is true, and it's not true. It's all bullshit.
You know what I mean? So I never was the same way either. So, boom, you want to make that transition from high school? You said, I want to be a creator.
Yeah.
So when you said, all right, fuck it, I'm going to do YouTube.
I really said locked in was March 2017. So that's like 3 months before I graduated high school. I'm like, okay. Because at this point, I done had so many YouTube channels as a kid, but I started and I stopped them.
Right.
Because I'll be all, you know, you as a kid, you super deep into Call of Duty. You don't play that shit no more.
Right.
Super deep on skateboard. You don't do that shit no more. Right. So I'm just going through phases. I probably went through like 6-7 channels.
Yeah.
So I started the channel my senior year. I said, Mac Moolah, I'm going to stick to this shit.
Right.
I'm just going to figure it out. Probably maybe late March, April, I dropped a video of my first, not my first time, but a story like about I just got too high off loud. Like, it's too high off weed. I told that story. I sent it to a few of my homies.
Yeah.
They was in a football group chat and a basketball group chat and the drama club group chat.
Yeah.
They sent that shit all. Next thing I know, I wake up, it's like 1,000 views, 700 views, something.
Yeah.
That's after school.
Yeah, that's big.
Yeah.
I remember I used to do like my rap back in the day. And if I get 1,000 a day, nigga, I done did something. I got that little stack. Motherfucker looking. Yeah. That little.
Did he say he made a video about smoking weed and he's happy that it got viral? It's like, man, they always talk about how rough it is in the hood and all that. And then they talk about what they did like it's so normal. It's like, bro, like you can't. I get it if the hood is rough and it's not fair and all that, but you can't sit on here and play victim either. You can't play victim when you say I sold drugs, I shot people. You are part of the problem too.
1,000 felt something back in them times. I know what you mean.
Yeah, 1,000 people. You think about that in the room.
Come on, man.
Yeah. That's
everybody give you $10, nigga. That's a good 10 racks for nothing. I'll take that. And we don't say 100 ball.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on,
so that's the moment where I was like, okay, I might have. Then I went to school the next day, and somebody stopped me in the hallway, like, hey, bro, you funny as hell. And I was like, y'all done fucked up.
Y'all done told me.
That was the first time ever. Like,
you done seen me?
Yeah, you done fucked up now. Yeah. Some girls start saying some little.
Oh, especially when the motherfucking little tootly dudes came through with the motherfucking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I got a little. I think I got some subscribers off that too, like some subscribers, some views. So that was really the first time when I graduated.
I don't know, but that guy, Mac Mula, he sounds like Kamakat. Don't you guys like, if you listen to his voice, he sounds like Kamakat.
I had never had a job before I graduated. So I got a job at this candy store downtown. I'm still doing YouTube.
Right.
I told my dad, at that time, my mom and my dad split, so they moved to different spots.
Okay.
I told my dad, I said, hey, Pops, I'm going to live with you. I'm not going to go to college.
Right.
Give me the same 4 years you would have gave me in college.
Let me get
to
that.
Figure this shit out.
Right.
I promise you I'm going to get there. So, 22, my 22nd birthday, me and G-Dot moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
We moved to Atlanta, and that's kind of when a lot of shit started. I'm still doing YouTube the whole time, still locked in on the same channel. I think when I moved to Atlanta, I probably had maybe 8,000-9,000 subscribers, something like that, maybe 10.
Yep.
So I'm out there doing my thing. I started a marketing company in Atlanta, right before I went to Atlanta. So I'm helping a lot of like real local rappers just like get their shit. You know, nobody know how to post on Instagram and shit like that. So I'm helping them with that side,
If you don't know how to post on Instagram, then there's got to be something wrong with you. How hard is it to post on Instagram? All you do is download the app, take a picture or a video clip, or go live. How hard is it to go on? So when people say, oh, I got a company that is going to help you, bro, if you can't download an app, upload, and do some basic shit like that, then you shouldn't even be doing what you're doing. It's just that simple. Now, I get it if you're talking about like search engine optimization and all that stuff, or you really want to get like 10,000 or 100,000 views or likes, and you want to work with a big platform, now that's a different game. But if you can't just do basic stuff and you got to hire somebody else to do some basic stuff for you, then you shouldn't even be doing anything.
$150 a month from 4 or 5 people doing DoorDash on the side. So I refuse to get a job.
Can't do that.
Refuse to get a job after I left my house.
Put a little Walmart shirt on. Hello. You late. Smack it like goddamn.
You see how Organik just threw shade on people that work at Walmart? It's like he's throwing shade on people that are just normal people. So how do you say, this is what I don't like about Organik. I'm going to keep calling Cap on him. He's so full of shit. He doesn't care about the average people. And a lot of the average people are the ones watching him. A lot of the average people combined are the ones that made Organik. There wouldn't be no Mr. fucking Organik without average people. So when he throws shade on people that work at Walmart, of course people will work at Walmart. If you want to go buy some shit from Walmart and there's no employees there, what the fuck are you going to do? If there is no Walmart, if there's no stores, if there's just only people that do YouTube and that's it, how do you think this whole world would work? So he sits on here and he degrades, throws shade on people that are just average people. And he sits on here and tries to point the finger. Oh, well, it's where we were raised, where we were born. It's the hood. It's you. You are the fucking problem. Listen to this. Like, he throws shade on people that work at Walmart. Not everybody's going to be a rapper. Not everybody's going to make it on YouTube. So I don't get it when he tries to throw shade on people. It's like weird. Talking about he's so positive.
Still locked in on the same channel. I think when I moved to Atlanta, I probably had maybe 8,000-9,000 subscribers, something like that, maybe 10. Yep. So I'm out there doing my thing. I started a marketing company in Atlanta right before I went to Atlanta. So I'm helping a lot of like real local rappers just like get their shit. You know, nobody know how to post on Instagram and shit like that. So I'm helping them with that side, getting $150 a month from 4-5 people, doing DoorDash on the side, making all. So I refuse to get a job.
Can't do that.
Refuse to get a job after I left my house.
Put a little Walmart shirt on. Hello, you late, smacking
right.
that.
I ain't got time for that shit. I'm trying to doing DoorDash on the side, making all. So I refuse to get a job.
Can't do that.
Refuse to get a job after I left my house.
Put a little Walmart shirt on. Hello, you late, smacking that.
I ain't got time for that shit. I'm trying to do these videos.
Facts.
So
y'all heard that, man? That's crazy. This is Mr. Peace, Positivity, and Prosperity. He's talking about, I can't put on that Walmart shirt. So I guess everybody that works at Walmart should just hate their life at this point, because Organik thinks you guys are a piece of shit, but sits on here, talks about peace and positivity, and all these clowns fall for it. It's crazy. But yeah, man, it's crazy. The rest of this video is trash, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, man, about Mr. Peace, Positivity, and Prosperity to all.